This is how I would find an article that is about a research study in psychology. And I'm going to show you how to distinguish it from a review article. So I'm going to go to our databases here on the library website. So I first went to MyCI, went to the library link, and I'm going to click here on databases. I'm going to go to P for psychology. We can actually use one of two databases. We can use the PsycInfo database or the PubMed Medline database. I'm going to start off with PsycInfo. And let's say that my topic is criminal behavior and the differences in the brain, perhaps. So I'm just going to enter the word brain. And in fact, I recommend adding the search term brain for most of your topics, because that'll make sure that you get articles that are about the course, basically, that have something to do with neuroscience and the brain and so on. And that'll eliminate, hopefully, a lot of articles that are just studies of people, for example, with criminal behavior, but not really looking at their brain activity. So I'm going to do that search. Now, I did the search, and it depends on your topic. Sometimes you'll get lots of search results, sometimes you'll get 10 or 3. It really just depends. So in this case, I got a lot. So what I'm going to do, make some changes here. I'm going to scroll down on the bottom left. It says population. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to put down male, and then I'll check female as well. Now, some of your topics might only give you the option of human. In that case, I would choose human. In addition, when I go here to methodology, I can see that one of my choices is empirical study. Let's click that, because that'll limit the search results to actual empirical studies, not review articles. Now I've narrowed it down a little bit, and I can see that I've gotten a good choice of articles here. So, infection during childhood and the risk of violent criminal behavior in adulthood, psychopathy and cortical striatal connectivity. All right, so that looks potentially interesting. Brain activation covariates with reported criminal behaviors, the relationship between early childhood head injury and later life criminal behavior. So there's lots to choose from. I'm going to just click on this one. And I can take a look at the abstract here. And it's going to introduce the topic a little bit. But notice it makes this nice clear statement. This study examined the relationship between head injury in young childhood and subsequent criminal behavior. Methods. Data were from the Providence cohort of the Collaborative Perinatal Project, and so it describes that, and it describes how it looked at history of head injury between the ages of 0 to 7, and propensity scores, I think, to match each head injury case to 5 controls. So there were 5 control participants for every instance of a person that had a head injury. And they probably did some kind of analysis then to find the link or the association between having a head injury and experiencing some type of juvenile arrest, it looks like. So that's an example. So I'm pretty certain it's a study, but in any case, I'm going to look at the actual article by clicking on that red JSB link. And it gives me this window, which unfortunately says that no full text is available. I could select Iliad for interlibrary loan, but that might take a while. So what I'm going to do now is I want to just do a Google search for the article, and the easiest way is to go back to the earlier window and I'm just going to copy the title, and then I'm going to open up just any web page. I'm going to insert it, and you can usually find it in one place or another. I have had good luck with ResearchGate. That will often have it. You might be able to request it from the authors. They can usually get it to you pretty quickly. Another thing I can do is I can try and enter it into Google Scholar. And so I don't know if I'll be able to get it from here because it looks like it's the journal website. But usually the ResearchGate, getting it from the authors is pretty quick. So that's another one. But often I will be able to get them just by doing a Google search. Now here's another one on a different topic. Let's say we were doing the anorexia and reward topic. Now I'm going to actually enter the term brain so that I can make sure that we get research studies that include a variable that has some biopsychology in it. And I ended up with 147 total. That's pretty good. I might want to go down and click on the human box here under population. And then I might want to go down and click where it says under methodology, empirical study. Now that narrowed it down to 60 studies. And here's one. Anorexia nervosa and obesity are associated with opposite brain reward response. So I'm going to click on that red JSB link again. And it looks like it's available in a couple of different places, which is nice. Here I'm going to have to go through and find it through the journal, so that's certainly doable. I can try Nature Free, see if that has an easier search. Yay, that worked. And so there's the article, and it looks like I can just download the PDF if I want to, or I can just save the link for later. Now as I look at the article, I can tell that it's a study because number one, it says in this study. That's a good tip-off. But your abstract may not say that, but it does give details. For example, it says we studied 21 underweight, restricting type, anorexia individuals, right? And it gives their details. It describes the study, has results with p-values. This is clearly a research study. And so these are things to look for. You can scroll down and you'll notice that there is a patients and method section. So there'll always be some sort of method section, a description of the participants, the procedures, and what was done. If it doesn't have the things and you're not sure, you can always email it to me and I can let you know.